Hello everyone and welcome back to Layton and the Curious Village. This time, last time really, we started our investigation properly on the Golden Apple, and this time we're gonna continue that. We need to read the diary that is in the manor though. We need to do that first. That's like the first thing we need. Anyway, let's read the journal entries. Chalmy was shouting at Matthew for bringing him cakes when we arrived, and was also angry that we'd been conducting an investigation that runs parallel to his own. As much as I'd like to help find Simon's killer, there are other matters we should attend to first, namely checking in on Ramon to see what, if anything, he remembers of last night. I had hoped Ramon would remember something of last night, but it's as I feared. He remembers nothing. How could someone go through something as jarring as a kidnapping and remember nothing of it? For now, I must put my curiosity aside and return to our search for the Golden Apple. Perhaps Matthew can tell us. Talking with Matthew revealed that the Reinholds formerly had another servant in their employ. Unless I'm mistaken, Matthew was referring to Ingrid, the nanny in the old photo we saw earlier. She is usually out by the village shop at this time of day, so finding her shouldn't prove too difficult. Ingrid told us the story of how Flora's mother passed from this world. The Baron must have truly loved his former wife, for her grave lies within his garden, presumably so that even in death she could stay close to him. Lady Viola's grave is a truly beautiful place. Baron's devotion and love for her is reflected in every detail of the place. Matthew mentioned that the Baron kept a diary detailing his thoughts. If we can find it, I imagine there is much we could learn from its pages. Oh, there we go. And that's it. Okay, that was a lot that time. Anyway, let's keep going. Need to go all the way back to the back room of this. And there we go. This must be the diary that Matthew spoke of. I have to admit, he seems to know where everything in the manor is. There's something about reading someone else's diary that just doesn't seem proper to me. However, the investigation must continue, so... Craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. It reminds me of my sweet Viola when she was alive. What do you suppose it refers to? Flora doesn't like the thing at all. I've seen her run away from it on multiple occasions. Recently, she spends more time playing by dear Viola's grave than anywhere else. I'm sad to say I doubt Flora will ever take to it. I can't blame her, as I've changed his personality. I felt terrible forcing that change on Flora. I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Viola, there can never be another you. You were my first, my last, and my only. Changed its personality? I'm not sure what the Baron means, but this is clearly vital information. I lapsed some days ago and have been bedridden ever since. I feel as if I have failed Flora as a father. I can only hope that when I am gone, the people of the village look after Flora and care for her as I did. He must have been terribly ill. It seems I am not long for this world, and the time has come for me to say goodbye to my little Flora. I've left everything in Bruno's care now. Flora, I pray you find happiness in this life. Close the location of a secret place in a note that I've left with an old friend. It is my most fervent hope that the seeker of the Golden Apple finds it and grants my dearest wish. Professor, Baron Reinhold's old friend. We must seek out this person, Luke. But Professor, how can we possibly find that person with nothing but this diary to go on? It's like I always say, Luke. Any good investigation starts in the street. We'll just have to ask everyone in the village about this matter. What? I mean, of course, you're absolutely right, Professor. Let's get to it. Of course, any good investigation also needs direction. Let's start out by asking Ingrid a few questions. She seems to know a great deal about Baron Reinhold. Right. I believe we won't be coming back to the manor for a while. There she is. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh, look who it is. Professor Ladle, was it? The name's Layton, madame. Oh, that's right, Professor Layton. All that talking about the mansion we did last time got me reminiscing, so I decided to stop by for a visit. But enough about me. With a look on your face, it seems you have something you want to ask me. As a matter of fact, I do. Do you happen to know who Baron Reinhold considered his close friends? Friends, you say? Well, he wasn't exactly what you'd call a social butterfly. I'm sorry, that's all I can remember. Oh, wait a moment. I do believe I saw that Zapone fellow pay a visit to the mansion a few times. Professor, could she be referring to that man we met? Ah yes, that gentleman with the fancy little moustache. We should ask if he knows anything. I would wager that he's still hanging around the fork in that tower, in the road beyond the clock tower. That's our next destination, but I believe we have a couple puzzles before we actually get there. In here, okay. There we go. Talk to this guy. As you come to the village hall, I strongly advise you follow the procedure and solve this puzzle. Oh my, it looks like someone has been writing nonsense on the blackboard again. It turns out though, under certain conditions, these strange equations are actually correct. 8 minus 6 equals 2. 8 plus 6 also equals 2. Assuming the above to be true, what does 7 plus 6 equal? It equals 1. There we go.
There we go. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Yeah, you are correct. The puzzle is using time as a framework for the calculations. If you take 6 hours away from 8 AM, the time becomes 2 AM. Move ahead 6 hours from 8 AM, and the time becomes 2 PM. Therefore, if you add 6 hours to 7 AM, you should arrive at the answer, 1 PM. You can, of course, start at 8 PM and still find the solution. Thank you, that will do nicely. Now please vacate the premises. Alright. Someone live here? Okay, there we go. And I believe we talked to the cat. That cat and mouse seem to get along pretty well, don't they? Do you think so, Luke? I would have guessed the cat was tormenting that poor mouse. But if you say the two of them are friendly, I believe you. Of course, it has to do with animals. If it has to do with animals, leave it to me. By the way, Professor, have you heard of this one before? According to the diagram shown here, A equals 2, B equals 3, C equals 3, and D equals 4. What does E equal? This is, I believe, talking about the amount of shapes like that are like close to it or something. I don't know how to word that. Anyway, the answer is 5. There's 5 pieces next to it.
There we go. Every puzzle has an answer.
Well done. The number assigned to each letter refers to the number of sections that are touching the labelled section. Yeah. Gosh, I was sure I'd come up with a really good puzzle, but it was still too easy, I suppose. And we talked to Lucy. I believe this puzzle, according to my notes, has a US variant, so it will be different. Good afternoon, sir. Hey, I'll tell you a secret if you solve this puzzle for me. It's a really tricky one. Each of these 5 people has borrowed money from one of the others, and each has lent money to one of the others. You know that none of them has lent money to more than one person, and none of them has borrowed money from someone that they have lent money to. You also know these facts. B borrowed money from A, E did not lend money to A, C lent money to D. Who did A borrow from? Circle your answer. It is D.
Luke, here's my answer. Every puzzle has an answer.
Go. That's right, A borrowed money from D. If you trace the flow of money according to the stated conditions, the answer becomes obvious. Now, she has another puzzle, and it's also got an American variant. Wow, you're smart. Okay, come closer so I can tell you my secret. I heard that all the people who get kidnapped feel a little sick right before they get taken. I bet the monster that lives in the tower feeds its victims nasty food before it pounces. Or I bet it's like haggis ice cream with gravy jelly. Ugh. Or maybe he just picks the weakest person to snatch. But why would he need all those people? Talk to him again. Hey mister, it's good to see you again. I'm totally stuck here and I could really use your help. My friend told me this puzzle the other day and I just can't solve the thing. Can you help me? Three boys are talking about how many sweets they each have. B has the most. If C gave me 1 sweet, I'd have twice as many as A does. It'd be better if B gave me 2 sweets, then we'd all have the same amount. How many sweets are there in total? I believe there's 9.
There we go. Another puzzle solved.
Right. That's right, there are 9 sweets in total. The difference between the number of sweets A and B have is 2, and if B had 1 more sweet, he would have twice as many as A. Therefore, A plus 3 equals 2A, which means A has 3 sweets. B must then have 5, as he has 1 less than twice what A does. If C had 2 more sweets, he would have the same as A. So he must have 1. Okay, that was a mouthful. That text. Jeez. Okay. Oh, is that all you had to do to work it out? Why didn't I think of that? Can you keep a secret? Don't tell Adria the answer. You told me the answer. Okay, thanks, mister. I don't know why that gave me so much trouble. Sorry. Anyway, continue. There's a hit coin here. Talk to Zapone. Close friends of the Baron? Well, I myself had the pleasure of meeting with Baron Reinhold a few times. But you weren't a close friend of his? Me? Haha, oh no, I was nothing of the sort. I see. Can you think of anyone at all who was friendly with Baron Reinhold? I might know someone. Actually, no, I don't. Or do I? Now let me think. I guess Zapone can't really tell us much of anything. I'm afraid he was no help at all. I suppose that means we're back where we started. But at least we can be sure that this close friend we're after is a resident of St. Mystere. We mustn't give up, Luke. Let's continue to ask around. Right. Go this way. I believe there's a hint. Go. Pick up this. Professor, there's something on the ground here. You're right. It appears to be a scrap of paper. Will you check if anything's written on it? Sure thing. Let's see here. The boss complimented my latest model today. He's a good guy and he's given me a new sense of purpose. I'm sure this is my true calling. I want to perfect my skills so I can repay the man for his generosity. This sounds a great deal like a diary entry, doesn't it? Judging by how the writer uses the term the boss, I imagine he was under the employ of the Baron. Constructed models to fit every situation, just like the boss asked me to do. I have to smile when I see how interested he is in them. That's the end of the entry. Do you suppose this person made some sort of models for a living? And we talk to Gerard. Twice. Not being a member of high society myself, I've never so much as had a conversation with Baron Reinhold. Now, laddie, much as I'd like to keep chatting, I'm awfully tired. I think I need to go and lie down. You feeling unwell, sir? I'm just exhausted lately. It's the awful noise coming from the tower, you see. It's gotten so loud that I can't sleep a wink at night. You know what's causing the noise? It's just a rumour, but I hear that every time that sound rips through St. Mystere, someone disappears. They say the ones who go missing are the people who've been talking about feeling tired. But those who disappear are back before you know it, so it's probably just a load of poppycock. Whenever the noise occurs, someone disappears. Interesting. You think the peculiar sound has anything to do with the strange old man who kidnapped Ramon? Certainly a possibility, isn't it? But why would he release his victims after going through the trouble of kidnapping them? And we talk to Gerard again because he has another puzzle. You two are certainly crazy about puzzles, aren't you? Well, I've got a whopper of a puzzle for you. A number of 5-sided shapes are hidden within the picture below. How many can you find? The answer when you think you found every hidden shape. There are 12. There are 12. Go.
There we go. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Okay. Nice work. 3 different types of pentagons are hidden in this picture. Since every shape can face 4 different directions, you have a total of 12 unique pentagons. What cunning lads you two are. I hope you'll stop by and solve puzzles with me again sometime. Alright. We walk in here. We talk to this dude. Hey Professor, did you find what you were after? Never mind that though. I've got something more important to talk about, namely chocolate. Help me solve this puzzle and I'll tell you something I bet you'll find very interesting. Alrighty. You have a hankering for chocolate, so you buy a huge sheet of 30 chocolate squares. The sheet is 5 squares long by 6 squares wide. You can only break the chocolate at the lines that run between the squares. And you aren't allowed to stack multiple segments on top of each other. Keeping those rules in mind, what is the fewest number of times you need to break the chocolate in order to separate each of the 30 chocolate squares? The answer is 20. Okay, yeah, 29. Right, there we go.
Luke, here's my answer. Every puzzle has an answer.
Alright, that's right. If you followed the rules set out in the puzzle, then it really doesn't matter how you break it up the chocolate. The number of segments you have increases by 1 each time you break a chunk of the sheet. If you start with 1 segment chocolate, so 29 breaks later you should have 30 segments. Yeah. Right, an easy one. Now it makes sense. Okay, now how about that hot info I promised? If you want to experience the best dining in St. Mystere, you've got to check out Crouton's restaurant. Everything he makes is Y-U-M-M-Y. Don't even get me started on the stews. You have to try it yourself. This goes to Luke, I think. Yeah. Right, we leave, go up. Coins in my hair, come on. Go. You there, yes you. Do you mean me, good sir? Yes, you. This flower vase of yours, right? This flower vase is yours, right? I've been keeping it nice and safe for you. Oh, I forgot you need to click there. I'm sorry. I've never seen anyone just forget something like this while shopping. I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken. I've never seen that vase before in my life. What? This fancy vase doesn't belong to you? So why'd that man tell me to give this to you? What did this man look like? Well, my hat has a way of obscuring certain details for me. It's the worst, I tell you. Haha. But back to the issue at hand. The mystery man wasn't a regular around here, that's for sure. Don't worry though. I'll just give it back to the guy next time I see him. Speaking of flower vases, I know a puzzle I bet you'd like. It's not a hard one or anything, but it's the least I can do for bothering you about the vase. Alright. Someone knocked over this beautiful vase and shattered it. Fit the pieces together and restore the vase to its original shape. There's one catch though, mixed in with the pieces is a single piece from a different vase. Okay, this is a pretty simple one. I don't think I've ever failed this one. Yeah. Go.
There we go. Every puzzle has an answer.
Good job. Repairing the vase wasn't much of a challenge, was it? Or if only fixing things in real life was this simple. Alright. You've got a good head on your shoulders. I'm impressed. By the way, you sure you don't want to take some fresh sausage home with you? Believe me, these are some links you don't want to be missing, haha. No thank you, we're just fine. Too bad. Not to bust your chops or anything, but that deal was a one-time offer. Maybe you'd have said yes if you knew what was at stake. Ah ha 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 ha. I think we're done here, Luke. I couldn't agree more, Professor. Right. There's something here. Oh, there we go. And we talk this dude again. And he has another puzzle for us. Oh, a customer, welcome, welcome. I have some great deals on sausage today. My skirt steak will make any plate a fashion plate. Haha. Sorry to disappoint you, sir. We didn't come here to shop. And here I was thinking I was about to get a big sale. You've got a hungry look about you, you know? Well, if I can't interest you with any of my fine meat products, can I at least tempt you with a puzzle? Sausage thief. Somebody ate the butcher's sausages. Here's what the four boys have to say. B ate the sausages. D ate them all up. I didn't eat them. B is lying. I believe C. C.
Luke, here's my answer. Every puzzle has an answer.
Right. C ate the sausages, and the only person telling the truth here is D. You assume A to be the culprit, both C and D's statement must be correct. Who's B and the other three boys' statements must be true. If you make D out to be the culprit, then both B and C are saying must be true. None of these possibilities fit the conditions set forth in the puzzle. Hey, you're pretty good at this. As a bonus for solving my puzzle, I'll throw in some gossip I heard. Word is that somebody lives in that dark, grimy tower. You'd have to be a real oddball to want to live in a place in that old, moldy wreck of a place. This goes to Layton. And I believe that's it for now. Next time we'll pick up this trash that's on the floor, and hopefully we'll be going to the park, I believe. I think we're going to the park next time. I can't remember if that's exactly true or not though. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.